Let's see what else is coming up for you, Sag. For June, we start off with the Ace of Earth. That's a gift. Aces are new beginnings, and the Ace of Earth means that the universe is trying to hand you something new, Sag. So I'm really seeing for June for you, even as June opens, we have a grand water trine in, the signs of Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, which, it's really conducive to new love. So this could be happening for you, Sag. Also with that new moon in your 7th house of partnership, the universe is trying to give you something. It could be a new job, new money, new lifestyle. Usually this card depicts a garden with a gate, and the universe is handing you a coin, and it's like an invitation to a garden to walk through, Sag. So there's something new that the universe is trying to give to you. It's a gift, and it's just your job to put out your hand and receive it, to see it and receive it. So let's see what else is coming up for you, Sag. I think this could be quite a nice month for you. We also have the Daughter of Air, which is the Page of Air in reverse. And this means being careful with our words. The Page of Air is someone who's childlike and just speaks bluntly. And you Sages are known for not suffering fools and sometimes being very blunt. But with this in reverse, it can mean, taking things into thinking before you speak, taking someone's feelings into consideration before you speak, to being careful with our words as opposed to being, childlike, or, how kids can just say things that cut to the core, even though they're very honest, which this card is. It can be a little bit more tactful in the reverse position, a little bit more mature, a little bit more considerate instead of just speaking directly. And I think that can also lead you to a breakthrough. Here we have 6 of Earth, which in many cards, in many decks, speaks of balance between giving and taking. In this deck, it's speaking to breakthrough, but I'm really seeing that as relevant for you, that as things are given to you and as you choose to be tactful, you end up with this breakthrough. Now it's in reverse, so there may be some fear, doubt, or resistance to achieving some sort of breakthrough at the beginning of the month, but I do see it coming for you anyway. And I see a lot of abundance along with this breakthrough. This is the Empress card. Here in this deck, it's called Grandmother. And this is a card of abundance, prosperity, growth. It means feeling satisfied. It means feeling supported. It's being happy with your surroundings and in your relationships, happy with yourself, feeling gratitude. Anything that Empress touches or Grandmother touches, she fills it with love and nurturance and growth. And that's what this card is all about. So I see really good things for you, Sag, at the beginning of June. It's really just your job to not block it for yourself through harsh words. Through being mature about your speech, you do invite in this breakthrough that brings you a lot of abundance, even fertility, growth, creativity. Those are all Empress words. So I see some riches coming to you. And it's just almost like fine-tuning how you communicate in certain circumstances that brings that in. In the middle of the month, I see 2 of Earth here in reverse, right next to this full moon. It's actually depicted in this card. And 2 of Coins in reverse says that you may be ready to make a decision about something. 2 of Coins in the upright position means, being indecisive, sometimes being flexible. It can be about being a little wishy-washy. You go from one foot to the other foot. You're thinking, okay, do I want to go left? Do I want to go right? I'm flexible. I'm adaptable. I'm happy-go-lucky. That's just how you Sagittarius are, is that you're able to adapt to changing circumstances pretty easily. You're usually pretty flexible and happy-go-lucky. But with this in reverse, it's saying you might be ready to make a decision. Either that, or you might be being rigid in something, or have lost your sense of humor about something. But I'm reading it for you here as being ready to make a decision on something right around that new moon. And it might be a decision related to your relationships, making a decision about starting a new relationship with that new moon energy in your 7th house in Gemini. And I see the Father of Water here in the reverse. This is normally the King of Cups, or equivalent to the King of Cups. And it could be a water sign that you're making a decision about, potentially that you're not going to be with this water person. You know, for some of you, it may be that you are going to be with them. But the King of Cups is someone who's an ideal partner. And it could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But in the reverse, they are not showing themselves to be the ideal partner that they're capable of being. This can be someone who's emotionally unbalanced. So with the 2 of Coins in reverse next to this King of Cups in reverse, it may be that you're choosing to not start a relationship with someone because you feel they're too emotionally unstable, or that in some ways they're draining you emotionally, because this is 4 of Water, which is abundance. This is having your cups filled. And in the reverse position, it's your cups draining out, your emotional strength draining out. So I'm seeing the opportunity to make a decision, to plant something, to begin something, but it may not involve this person who looked maybe initially like an ideal partner, but you're seeing that emotionally they may just not be as stable as you might have. You're seeing that they drain you emotionally, and therefore you may be making a different choice, is what this is telling me. And instead of vacillating as you may have been about them, that you're choosing to say yes or no. And then I see here, also in the middle of the month, the moon. This means allowing your inner feelings to come up for evaluation. The moon usually depicts a dog and a wolf, which represents the left brain and right brain sides of us. You know, the dog represents the analytical, logical, practical, loyal side. And the wolf represents our wild side, our creative, passionate, irrational, you know, the side that is more instinctive, true to its original nature. So both of those things together represent the moon, allowing your feelings up for evaluation to see whether your left brain and your right brain are balanced, to see whether you're incorporating, you know, reasonable and rational and practical views on things, but also being true to your inner core nature, your passionate, wild self. And it may be that you're just getting in alignment with your own emotions, Sag, middle of the month. I see here too, towards the end of the month, we have 6 of Water, which in this deck is representative of pleasure. In many decks, this is 2 children giving flowers to one another. And it means usually innocence, reunion, coming together with someone from your past, being sentimental, having the sort of love that children give to one another. It's really innocent. It's really fresh. It's full of kindness. And in the reverse position, it may say that you are not wanting a reunion with someone. There may be someone from your past that you're saying no to, or that you, again, this is echoing this. I'm seeing all these cups. I'm seeing that you may be acknowledging something that's just draining you emotionally. That could be what both of these in reverse are referring to. But I do see coming in, you have both the Son of Air and the Mother of Air. And this is the person who experiments with mental faculties. He's usually very fast with things, and he usually cuts things to the core with his intellect. He's usually like a quick decision maker, is very incisive, but sometimes he rushes. So Knights, or the Sun in this case, is someone who may go to extremes regarding their thought process, regarding their beliefs, regarding their words. Whereas the Mother of Air is a maturing of that. I'm seeing you actually going from the Page of Air, or the Daughter of Air, to the Son of Air, to the Queen of Air, which she's very clear and rational, and thinks things through, and is very definitive and direct, especially in defining her boundaries, in her speech, and being clear in her speech. She's not as reckless as this Knight of Air, even though they're both clear thinkers, he'll say something he'll say something before thinking, whereas she'll think before speaking. She's very clear, and she maintains her thought, and she maintains her position, and she's very clear about what she's cutting out and what she's keeping, and she does so in a very mature, kind, thoughtful way. She can be very direct. She doesn't mince words, but she isn't reckless like the Knight, like the Son of Air. So I really see a maturing for you during June in the way that you choose to use your words and express yourself, Sagittarius. And getting very clear about what you let in and what you keep out in your decision making, saying, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I think, and this is what I have to say, this is my truth. And then at the end of the month, we have 10 of Earth in reverse. This is a card of, it's called Wealth here, but this is a card, I call this the return on investment card. This is security and domesticity. This is return on investment in terms of an accumulation from good decisions having been made. Sometimes it's a windfall of money that comes your way, but in the reverse position, it may mean that you're not feeling abundant. You're not feeling like you're getting all the returns on your labor. It may feel like your home life is topsy-turvy, that your security is being questioned. And it may mean that, you know, in terms of physical things, that's you're having to take a loss there somehow, but mentally you're very strong. So it may mean needing to let go of something that you held dear, something that you cherished, maybe not getting as much as you thought, cutting your losses, but she's okay with doing that. Queen of Swords says, you know, I'm willing to cut my losses. This is what I believe in. That can go. You know, I'm going to just have to write that off because this is what I believe and this is what I think and this is what I say and this is my truth. That's all Queen of Swords energy. So I see a really nice maturing of you here in June, or at least the way that you express yourselves, and being really clear on your delineations, on your boundaries, on, you know, if something is emotionally draining to you, you are willing to let it go. And you're really just connecting with your own emotions, your own dreams about what you would like to see happen, Sag. So I encourage you to receive this gift that's coming to you, to be decisive in your decision making. It looks like that's happening for you here in June, and enjoy this breakthrough and the abundance that comes with it.